Welcome back to your daily news, but without the libtard propaganda. I'm your host, TheBloodyAardvarks. McDonald's has targeted me for extinction. Black franchise owner sues McDonald's, cites persistent bias. 50 other black owners have joined in on the lawsuit, and what they're saying is because of how many people over the last decade black-owned McDonald's have about halved. And they're saying this is a clear example of racism. McDonald's is saying that they're not meeting the standards. I'm going to believe McDonald's on this one. Academics call it breastfeeding ethically problematic because it endorses gender roles. They want you to call it chestfeeding now because that's more inclusive. Because how dare you consider a boob a breast? What a fucking retarded time we live in. Ring users gave LAPD footage of Black Lives Matter protests. Because of how violent Black Lives Matter has been in California, they started a new task force to specifically deal with violence against the police from Black Lives Matter's protests and riots. And what they routinely do is go get ring footage when they're in that area. I don't see the problem here. Get fucked, BLM. U.S. still hasn't ruled out the lab accident origin for COVID because China hasn't been transparent. And of course, NBC News is cucking for the Democrats and China in general because they're saying the WHO said it was most likely from animal transmission. But the WHO went there a few days ago and China snubbed them. So I don't know how, if the WHO hasn't collected all the data, how they can come to a finite conclusion and tell the US we're wrong. The WHO should be abolished. This famous rock band, the lead singer in Poland, he posted a picture on social media where he was stepping on the Virgin Mary, and apparently offending religion is illegal in Poland, and now this dude's going to jail. Not very based to Poland. Public pools used to be everywhere in America. Then racism shut them down. It's just another anti-white article going over social changes and blaming it on white people. There's still public pools everywhere. But, of course, because there's less of them, that's obviously racism, and it's because of desegregation. So they're blaming white people for that. Charge drop against woman who made false claim to cops about black men in Central Park. That lady that was, like, choking her dog while she got on the phone and was like, "There's a black man assaulting me," or whatever that bitch did. Now, the full article, what they go into detail about is that in New York, they have pre-existing laws where first-time nonviolent offenders go through a specific program instead of getting jail time. And that's what she went through, and that's what the guy who happened to, that's what he agreed with. So I don't understand why they're making a big deal saying that her charges have been dropped. Everyone in her situation, a whole bunch of black people in similar situations who've committed similar crimes are getting off. But because she's white and he's black, they got to make a big deal about this and not go over that in the article because they're biased cunts. Gorilla Glue Girl, Tessica Brown, now has a full-time agent. Because in America, when a person who's not white does a very dumb thing, white people in general will be blamed, and then non-whites will be rewarded. That's America in 2021. God, I love this country. Another TikToker has put Gorilla Glue in their hair despite warnings. That person definitely looks like they would put Gorilla Glue in their hair. Let's end with a good story. A man comes out with an assault rifle when a package was being stolen off his land.
Put my shit back on this fucking board. Yeah. I saw you when you got out the money.
Kind of seems fake to me. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but have a good day.